G'day everybody, welcome to another episode of Free Campsites Australia. This is going to be a really quick one today. There's not a lot to show you at this free campsite. We've stayed at this one a few times before. We're actually on our way to the Blue Mountains and we've stopped at a place called Gundagai, which is in New South Wales. We stop here a lot. It's sort of our halfway point between Melbourne and Sydney if we're ever travelling to Sydney, straight up the Hume Highway, so it's a really straight run. We got here yesterday, kids went for a swim. I'll put the link for the episodes about the Blue Mountains and Gundagai itself. So this is only going to be a really quick one about this really nice little site right along the river here. Can't remember which river it's, I think it's a Murrumbidgee, but I'll pop it up on the screen somewhere. It's a really nice little spot. You might be able to see it's really smoky. We're right in the middle of the Victorian and New South Wales bushfires at the moment. It's January 2020 and last night was really difficult to sleep last night with the smoke. The fires are quite a distance away, but the smoke is just really bad, so you might be able to see that. I'm not too sure if it's really coming up, but it is quite hazy today. Basically the sun's pretty much blanketed out by the smoke, but we are safe. There's no fires anywhere close by here. It's just the smoke that's drifting. So anyway, I'm going to give you a quick look around this little campsite here, this little free campsite, and this is definitely one to do a stopover for a night or two if you're travelling between Victoria and New South Wales. So let's go check it out. Okay, so this free spot is a couple of k's, maybe 2 k's out of Gundagai main town itself. There is another one in town, which I think I've got some photos. I'll pop some photos up for you. We've stayed at the other one before. The other one's really good if you want to walk into town because it's right behind the shops. This one is just a little bit nicer at the moment. It's got alongside the river, and it's actually better for big rigs. Not that we've got a big rig, but this one's a really good one for really big rigs, and there was a few people here last night. So this one is where we stayed last night. It's called the Pump House, Mortley I think it's called, Mortley Pump House, and it is a medium stopover. So they request that you only stay for 72 hours. Not really sure who's policing it. I think the other one is actually even shorter. I think the other one that's closer to town is only 48 hours. But we didn't see anyone policing it last night. But anyway, it's really quite clean. I'll put the address of the location. Here, a little box there, the maps and everything. This is a free site, but they do have a donation box. So I'll just have a look. There was a few vans here last night. There was about 5 or 6 of us. I dare say in the winter it would be pretty quiet. I have been here before and we've been the only ones here. And you have the lovely river, which they're saying is quite suitable to swim in. Probably go, if you had a kayak or something, you'd go fishing. It's a bit hard to get down to the actual water. There's not really a clear bank down to the water, but if you're adventurous enough, I'm sure you'd get down there. But yeah, look, if you could go for a swim if you wanted to. And like I said, it is a bit hazy today from the smoke. Got an information board here. You can bring your dogs. Oh, got some money. So that's a little donation box. Always to slip in a couple of bucks. Whatever you can afford is always nice, just to keep the upkeep. And then they've got a little bit of a signpost here. Do's and don'ts, a little bit of a map of the town. As you can see, no littering. There is no water here, so you need to be fully self-contained. You can bring your dog. Watch out for the snakes, we haven't seen any. No fires. And no tents here, that's the only thing. Yeah, no tents. So you have to either have a camper van or a caravan or some kind of rig, okay? So that's a little bit of a board there, but other than that, that's really pretty much it. It is quite a big space. You could easily fit quite a few more vans in here. It is school holidays, peak season, so this is probably as busy as it gets. I'd say most people here come for the night or two at the most, as a stopover on their way to wherever they're going. But it's actually a really nice spot right next to the river. It's probably a little bit too far away to walk into town, so if you're wanting to check out the town, we've been to Gundagai quite a few times, so we didn't need to check out the town. If you did want to check out Gundagai, the town, maybe stay at the other spot that's right behind the shops, and then you can walk into town and go for a meal, There's a shopping centre, a little shop there, a little Woolworths, so you can get all your groceries and everything. So I hope you enjoyed that quick episode of Free Campsites Australia. Like I said, a really quick one today. Not a lot here. Really good for just a stopover on your way if you're travelling up the Hume. Thank you, cockies. So anyway, give us a thumbs up. A subscribe would be great. And we'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Bye.